Hello, my name is Colleen and welcome to Excel Basics. Today we are going to be going over how to add rows and columns and cells and deleting them and basically kind of manipulating rows and columns a little bit. Okay, so here I've already gone ahead and put some data in for just this example, and I've got ahead and color coded them. So let's say that I've gone ahead and finished all these. So you can see that here are names, here are numbers, here's some um, different symbols, um, and then here's some subjects and times. So here you can't quite see all of the names. So we have two options. You can put your cursor right here at the edge of column A, and you can double click and it will automatically jump to the width of the widest entry in here. So we'll go ahead and do that. And if you've watched the earlier video that went over changes in mouse symbols, then you would recognize that mouse symbol right there. And you can see that it went ahead and went to the widest entry name, which was right here in column A, row 3, Catherine Hanratty. Now let's move it back and pretend like we didn't do that. The other option, if you didn't remember that, you can highlight that row and you can click Format. And right here, you can click Auto Fit. Oh, here we go. Auto Fit Column Width right here, or you can manually adjust the column width. So if you click Auto Fit Column Width, it'll go ahead and jump to the widest width. So we could have done that manually. So by trying to figure out which was the widest that we needed, we could have double clicked, or we could have gone to the Home tab, Cells section, and clicked and got the drop down menu for the Format button and clicked Auto Fit Column Width right there. Whoops. There we go. Okay, so seeing like this one is too wide, so I'll go ahead and double click that and it'll make it skinny. Now that's really skinny because that's going to jump to exactly the width that it needs in order to fit that. So I want to make that a little bit fatter or wider, I guess you could say, to be more politically correct. Okay, so now let's say I've typed all this in and I realized I forgot to add in a category, and I need right in between this row and this column and this column, I need another column. Well, I don't want to have to select all of these and move them over, particularly if this was a very long list. So I just need to insert one in here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to select the whole column. Now that's an important note. If you select just the cell, it'll do different things. So we're going to select the whole column, and then we're going to go over here to insert. We're going to click the drop down menu, and you're going to insert a column. Ta-da! It inserted a blank column. Now, if you'll notice, it kept the color of whatever was in front of it. So now I gotta recolor this and I'll pick something else. Oh, let's see, how about yellow? Oh my goodness, it's bright. Okay, so here I can go ahead and add in, say, subject numbers or something like that. This is 1300, this is 1400, whatever. Now let's say that I realize that I don't have titles of what all these things are. So I can select the row, and I can either go ahead and click the insert button, or I can do the drop down menu and then insert a row. I think it'll default to just knowing that I want a whole row. So we'll go ahead and click that one, and it'll insert a whole new row for me. And you'll notice that it kept whatever color was below it, so it's still all colored like I had it before. So here we're going to type name, we're going to type room number, room number. We're going to type major, class number, subject, and class time. So now I have titles for all these. And of course this one is not wide enough anymore, so I'm going to double click that, one, and that one. So now you can see how easy it is to just go ahead and add in a row here or a column there. You can do it in the middle too. You can select the whole row and you can insert, and it'll put in a whole new row for you. Now what if you had selected just the name and tried to insert? See, now everything's off by one. It bumped down all the names by one, but it didn't bump down all the rest of them. So you have to make sure that you do that correctly when you want a whole new row, not just one cell and all the rest of them bumped down. If you realize that you messed up, you can just go up here to the undo button, click it once, and it'll undo your last move. And you can undo again, and it'll undo the move before that. And you can redo and so forth. It makes it very easy that way. Now let's say that I decided later that room number is not really relevant to this document, so I don't want room number column anymore. So what I can do is I can highlight that row, that column, and I can go over here to the home button, home tab, cells section, and click the delete button. Ta-da! It is deleted. And notice that it just moves everything over. And also, this is now column B. It didn't change the name of the headers up here. So you'll see if I insert it again, the new column is now column B, and this is now column C. Let's see if I delete it again, it still stays the same. So the second column will always be column B, and the third column, column C, etc. And now let's say I don't want this blank row anymore. So I'll select the whole row, and I will delete it. Ta-da! Everything moves up. So it's very easy to add and delete columns and rows in an Excel spreadsheet. Let's see. So yes, make sure that you select whole rows by making sure the cursor changes to the solid black arrow, and then selecting whole rows whenever you want to delete whole rows, because otherwise it will not keep everything aligned for you. And I think that's about it for adding and deleting columns and rows in Excel.